already. Now I need to be very careful that I don't back into my knitting machine today. Oh, it looks like my quality is a bit potato today, but hopefully the internet will hold out, unlike yesterday. Gosh, I'm hot. How am I hot on a cold day? Hang on, I'm going to open a window. I can actually open my windows now because there's no building going on. How are we today? I'm feeling shit. Elvis is here. Cool, calm down, Bob. It's okay. Mama's talking to her internet friends. Yeah, it's okay. You could have stayed on the couch. You could have stayed on the couch. Oh, I have been working on my jumper. I have been doing washing. I have been dyeing yarn. So I've got dye all up my arms. You probably can't see it. I'm hot in my cardigan. Oh, I'm so glad to see people here. How are we? What are we doing? Are we spinning? Are we knitting? Crocheting? Elvis is being a pest. No, Papa, no, 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 no. Oh, I need a drink. I've had so much going on today. I must save Mum. Yeah, exactly. I just woke up exhausted. You know when you have those days? Like, I feel like a bit of an imposter when I say that I'm a bit of a spoonie, but I do have days where I can't. I'm glad you're feeling better, though, Denali. Coughing like you've been smoking for 50 years. Oh, no. Have you got the voice to go with it? It looks like the internet's going to be annoying today again. Come on, out you go. Good boy. No, out you go. I keep losing my stream by the look of it. Let's see. What is going on? Can you still hear me when it goes black? Or not? Oh, that's good. Hey, it's probably going to go black for you guys in a second. If you can hear me, but like if you can't, you're not going to see me, obviously, but if you can still hear me, let me know. I might need to connect and disconnect to my Wi-Fi because I am not getting any footage through. Because it's still, oh, here we go. Are we coming back? I don't know what is going on. Oh gosh, it's gone again. Is it black for you guys? It's black? I don't know why it's doing it because my streaming software says that it has vision, so I don't know what is happening. Hello from the UK. Hello. Welcome. My goodness, what time is it over there? Going black, but you can still hear me. Okay, good. Well, if it does go black, I will just keep talking and we'll just hope that the vision comes back. I don't know what's going on. I probably need to like restart my computer or something. I'm used to using Macs, but I got a PC gaming laptop last year because my Mac is just like it's from 2017, so it's just slow and it's dying very slowly. So I got this new laptop, but I think like Simon says to me, have you restarted this recently? Because Macs, you don't really need to ever restart. You just leave them going. But he's like, well, no, you've got to restart your Windows. So I probably need to restart my computer. I'll do that before I hop on tomorrow, I think. Because I don't know what the problem is. I tell you what, I get up at 7. Well, I wake up at 7 o'clock and then I have a little bit of a stretchy session and then I actually get out of bed. And that's early enough for me. Still keeps telling me I'm buffering and I don't know what's happening. But if you can still hear me when it goes black, we'll just keep going. Oh, you can actually see the top of my wheel today. Look at that. But yes, I am working on my jumper still in between. I'm doing a lot of up and down the stairs. For somebody who woke up exhausted, I'm doing a lot of up and down the stairs today. because obviously see, because I think I only had the bottom part done for yesterday, but I've done 2, nearly 3 motifs now. So, but it has been off. I had to take all of this plus off down to here because it dumped a bunch of stitches again. So, oh, I don't know that I'm going to get it done now to go to Bendigo. I'm a bit sad, I must say, because it's turning out so pretty and it's in all of my yarn. And I just thought it would be a really nice thing to wear as an like an advertisement for my yarn over in Bendy. But yeah, I just don't know if it'll get done because I'll have to seam it as well. I need to do my back piece, I need to do my sleeves, and then I've got to seam everything, and then I've got to block it. So, yeah. So if anybody thinks that knitting machines are cheating, they're just a different beast. They're just different. I would probably have better luck if I was hand knitting. I would have an easier time hand knitting, honestly, even though I hate doing color work. So I saw somebody was eating. What are you eating? Anything yummy? I had my brunch earlier and I haven't had anything since. I actually got my coffee earlier today, so that's good. Because yesterday it wasn't till after 12:30 that I had my coffee. Today I think it was closer to 11, I think, today, so it was still pretty late. I have a smart meter on my power, and so I get tariffed electricity prices, and the cheapest prices is between 10 and 4. So I try and leave my breakfast, like my coffee and my cooking, my breakfast or brunch, until after 10. So because my oven uses so much power. So that's why I keep forgetting that I haven't had my coffee, because I'm used to having it more like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. So I forget if I am waiting till 10. Cheese toasty, that's one of my favorites. My therapist actually told me I need to branch out because I kept relying on that as comfort food. She's like, we need to get something a bit more nutritious. But it's like, no, cheese toasty for the win. Absolutely. It's like, nah, I'm gonna have my cheese toasties, thank you. It's one of my favorites. What's everybody's favorite cheese, or can you not eat cheese? I'm trying to think what my favorite cheese would be. I like milder cheeses. Like I love mozzarella. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, coffee. I was going to say you're okay having coffee late at night, aren't you, Denali? It doesn't keep you awake. I mean, from my experience, I don't think it keeps me awake, but I don't risk it anyway because my sleep is so touch and go most of the time anyway. Nat likes cheddar. I love smoked cheese, like the Dutch smoked cheese, like the one that's kind of a bit rubbery with the brown like ring on the outside, like the brown skin. That's one of my favorites as well. Oh, why are you wobbling? My machine is wobbling something bad. I wonder if there's something I can tighten or not. Every time I treadle, it's going dunk, 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 dunk. Denali's dairy free. Boo. Yeah, there is some really interesting cheeses that don't use dairy. Havarti. I don't know that I've ever had Havarti. I used to work in a service deli back in like high school, and I'm pretty sure we sold that there, but I don't think I've actually tried it. Is that like the whiter kind of one? It's like round. Is that Havarti? Maybe it's not round anymore, but being in the service deli, we used to get like big honking like logs of cheese, and we used to like slice them on the slicer. I tell you what, service deli slices are no joke. Any cheese, anytime. Yeah, I think I agree with that too. You put cheese in front, unless it's blue vein cheese. Blue cheese, I can't do it. But pretty much any other type of cheese, like washed rind cheeses. Like I don't like the funkiness of blue vein, but like a washed rind with that funkiness, I will absolutely go for that. There's one that we get for Christmas because we don't tend to buy ourselves like fancier cheeses around here because of dollars. But for Christmas, we do like a cheese platter for the family on Christmas Day. And there's one that I like on there. There's two. One of them is a wash rind, and you get them as a whole, like it's a whole little round cheese. And what's the other one? Dud Dargental or something like that. I like those two. They're probably my favorites. Willie sells the Havarti. Yeah, I should try it. I should just go on a cheese expedition and try a bunch of cheeses. I would be absolutely down with that. I'm very glad that I am not lactose intolerant. Not that I drink milk. I don't have milk in my coffee. I have oat milk, but I don't have like dairy milk. But things like I like yogurt and I like cream a little bit too much. And ice cream. So dairy is like my jam unless it's milk in a coffee. But I need to make some yogurt because I've been having a lot of yogurt because I had the heavy duty antibiotics for my tooth. So I've been trying to have plenty of yogurt to get my gut biome going again. Lactose intolerance sucks. Yeah, I can imagine. No, I don't envy it. I feel hashtag blessed I can have the lactose. But yeah, so I've been having some yogurt lately, and I like to make yogurt in my what's it called, an instant pot, and I just get like it's a brand here. I don't know if it's everywhere, but it's called Jalna, I think, or Yalna, and it's like a pot set yogurt. So I just get like a little eatsy wincy pot of that and 3 liters of milk, and I make my own yogurt in my instant pot, and then I strain it so that it's more like a Greek style. It's one of my favorites. It's so good. Elvis really likes yogurt too. And apparently probiotics are good for dogs as well. So, I share it with him. You should see his face. Like if I dish out some yogurt for myself and I don't I forget to put some in his bowl, he'll look at me and be like, the bottom lip will stick out and he'll be like, oh, sorry, buddy, I forgot your yogurt. Oh my goodness. So he'll always let me know if I forget his yogurt. Meanwhile, I've just got a message on my messenger and it could be my friend with the results of whether she can come or not to Bendigo. I hope it's a yes. I really do. Gosh, I'm getting through this fibre, I tell you what. Yeah, yeah, Nat, I think it's a good thing. I find that Elvis has less stinky butt if I give him give him yogurt. That's what I've noticed anyway. Like with all the yogurt consumption I've been having lately, I've noticed that yeah, Elvis has less stinky butt, which is nice. So I really probably need to pop out to the shop tonight and I'll grab some ingredients and I'll put some on overnight. I always get impatient though, because I think it's like you have to put it on overnight because it's very, very low temp. Like, I think it's only like 40 degrees or something that it holds it out overnight. And but then because I like the strained yogurt, I then have to wait for it to strain through cheesecloth, and it's like just the waiting is like, I want to eat the yogurt. I mean, I could eat it unstrained, but where's the fun in that? I quite like having some porridge with yogurt on top too. But today I've dyed some yarn. I've done one that's kind of purpley now. It's kind of like a pinky purple. And I'm going to do a greeny blue one next. So I'm trying to get some colors that you like in the shop now. I also had to dye some black because I don't think I'm going to have enough. It's not the same base because this is singles that I'm using for my jumper. But I think I'm going to need more black, so I've dyed some more of that today as well. Yes, how we made dairy-free yogurt. I have made coconut yogurt in the past. There's a website here. I'm sure there's something you can get over there. But you can get culture for what do you call it? For like making coconut yogurt, dairy-free yogurt. I thought that turned out all right when I made it. So I think it's just a matter of getting the culture. I can't remember what did I even use for the coconut portion? I don't know whether it was just tins of coconut milk or what it was that I used. It's so long ago now since I did it. I did that when we were living with our housemate before we moved here. So it's like 2020 and earlier that I was doing that. So I can't remember now. But the Instant Pot makes it really easy to keep it like the consistent temperature. I love my Instant Pot. I use it all the time. Yeah, there's always like that. I think that's the wonderful thing, like these days, is like there is alternatives for people instead of just being like tough luck, you can't have it. They're like people are working on really good alternatives, which is really, I think that's a good thing. Because we've got one here. I don't know if it's a worldwide brand, like Coca Bella. That's like a coconut yogurt. I always found that quite nice. I wouldn't be surprised if that's like a global brand. See, I told you I'm tired. Ugh. Did not want to get out of bed this morning. And everything hurt. And I'm like, I don't want to. And my bottle is drooling all over me as usual. Dairy-free alternatives are way better now than they used to be. I have family that are vegetarian and one is a chef. Always sends me amazing dairy-free recipes. Nice. See, I'm not sure if I have anything else to say. My brain is racked. Does anybody want to know anything? Talk to me. Give me something to riff on. Although I did have something which is really fun. Last night do you guys know she goes under the name Shara Lamb. Um Shara and I have been like internet friends for years, like years and years. I feel like it's got to be close to 10 years that we've kind of known each other on the internet. We used to watch each other's like knitting podcasts and stuff. And I found out last night she's going to be at Bendigo, so I can actually meet her after all this time. So that's like fun. I was like, oh my goodness, we can finally actually meet face to face. So that's going to be fun. She's a designer. I'm sure probably you guys have heard of her. I can't remember her. I think Lamb is short for her full name, but I can't remember Lamb. I don't know whether it's Lambert or something like that. But yeah, I'm like, we've been messaging overnight, just talking about going to Bendigo and like Bendigo as a place, like it's, I mean. So yeah, I'm kind of excited, like to meet people, even though I'm not usually a socialisey person. See whether my friend is able to come or not, because we've been looking into ways that we can get her around that aren't too stressful over there, like wheelchairs and stuff, so she doesn't overexert herself, because we don't want that happening. So I was crossing all my fingers and toes today to hope that there would be a good result from the doctor. So we'll see. I'll have to tell you tomorrow, because my phone is my camera at the moment, so I can't just go and check my messenger. Marion is going off outside. You probably can't hear that. You can't hear my rattly spinning wheel in front of me. You won't hear Marion, but she's going crazy outside. And now my nose is starting to run. Fabulous. Uh-oh. We have the canine incoming. What are you doing? Hmm? He's just standing behind me with his tail wagging. You want me to move again? Hey, hello. Yeah, she's going crazy, isn't she? Upset about Marion. You have a new pet. Okay. Because you got a puppy, don't you? A dog. You got a little wiener dog. You gonna share? You just gonna leave me hanging? Yeah. Elvis has just come up the stairs and then turned around and gone back down. He's probably trying to get me to follow him. An aquatic pet, slimy. Oh, yeah, that was gonna be my my guess. Cute. I had axolotls as a class pet when I was a kid. I know that's not the way you're supposed to pronounce it, but that's how I say it. I can't get my mouth around it. Yeah, we had them back when I was a kid. I love them. They're so cute. Are they very hard to look after? I just love their little faces. There's a bead pattern on Etsy that's an axolotl, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to make it. But I can't justify buying the pattern, like, because usually the patterns I buy them so that I can make them into charms for the shop, but these are quite big, so they're not really good as progress keepers. But I love them. They're so cute. We had rats too as a class pet. I remember bringing them home and looking after them one weekend. I love rats too. Oop, my phone is pinging again. A little hard. Mostly need the right water conditions and the water has to stay cool. Ah. So does that mean that you just like ambiently they have to stay like you have to keep your house cool, or is there some way like to cool the water? Because they kind of have live food or something too, don't they? Or do they just have like, are they carnivorous? Do they eat meat or like worms or something? Oh, okay. So you can get chillers for the water. Yeah, you don't get hot enough. A fan. Okay. Uh, What are night crawlers? That sounds terrifying. All I can think of is those did you guys ever see them? What was that called? It was like that paranormal video that went around where those like, like they look like puppets. They had like big long legs. Didn't they call those something night crawlers? They had like little round heads and like these big long legs. I love watching like paranormal. This is a glitch in the matrix. This is a ghost. I love that stuff. I can't say I believe in any of it, but I love watching those sort of things. Night crawlers are big worms. And so I don't like getting them out to feed them. Ugh. I've never heard of them. I think it's only that paranormal video that I know of Nightcrawler. I'm like, ooh, scary. Isn't there a movie called Nightcrawlers as well? That's probably about vampires or something, I suppose. Yeah, I guess a random fact about me is that I enjoy paranormal stuff and creepy stories, creepy true stories, and I'm a bit of a horror movie fiend. One of my favorite things every year is when I'm making my decorations to go with my advents. I'm doing my beaded decorations, like tree decorations. That's one of my favorite things is to go on to Tubi and watch all the bad horror films as I'm beading. It's like my favorite thing to do every year. Nightcrawler cryptids are so cool. I love cryptid lore. Yeah, me too. All of that sort of stuff. I love it. I guess in a way, a lot of the stories that you hear, like creepy stories about cryptids and things, they're often very American centric. So, and like woods are involved a lot. So, like, we don't have really a lot of woods as you would think of here. Like, we have bush and scrub and stuff. Even though I don't like probably really believe, but I do like having a like a little bit of a creep. It's like I love Simon and I watch on YouTube um what's it called? It's like the PBS creepy one. Monstrum or something? Monstrum? But like she does a lot of stuff about folklore and that kind of thing. Trashy horror movies are the best. Yeah, Tubi's got a lot of like it can have some really good stuff and then other stuff is just really bad. Because I watch Dateline on there using a VPN. That's my favorite. I love Dateline. Keith Morrison is the what do you call it? I don't know what I'm saying, but he's my favorite, Keith Morrison on Dateline. I follow a Instagram account called Keith Leans on Things because Keith is always leaning on something in every episode. And they do these funny posts where they like basically put like a little like protractor and stuff in there and kind of like try and estimate the angle of the lean. It's pretty funny. But yeah, Tubi often has some really like low budget, terrible horror movies. Though I did watch, what did I watch recently? Not that it was good, but like they do have more mainstream movies. I saw House of Wax finally. I hadn't seen that. What else did I see recently? Jeepers Creepers and a couple of sequels. So yeah, like there's still some of those sort of early 2000s, like, or is it 2010s maybe? But like, yeah, that sort of era horror films that I hadn't ever actually watched back then that I've been able to see on Tubi. 50s and 60s. Wow. I don't know that I've gone back that far. I've seen some 70s stuff on Tubi. Like there's some kind of not the best quality, but they kind of like they keep it moving. Like it's you can't really get bored with anything because it moves along so quickly. And we've got another vote. Denali likes Dateline too. I love Dateline. And I'm always comforted when I watch Dateline because I know that I've never lit up a room and I've never been I've never like blessed anybody's life by being so wonderful that I would ever get murdered. Ah, I've never been the light of anybody's life other than really awkward and and maybe embarrass herself. That's me. Not really horror in today's sense, but they're very scary and really yeah. No, I should watch some of the older stuff on there because on Tubi there's a lot of I think it's Italian, maybe Italian, or it could be Spanish. Italian or Spanish. They've got a lot of those on there, but because I am feeding usually when I have my little yearly binge, I don't obviously watch anything that needs subtitles because I've got to kind of I can only look up every now and then because I'm focusing what I'm doing on my with my hands because technically I am working, but the movies are going on in the background. I watched like I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year, and they were really low budget UK ones. I can't remember what they called. It's like the House on something street. UK ones. They had a bunch of them on Tubi, and it's like they weren't good, but they were great for like being something in the background to keep me going while I was working. But yeah, if I can't find anything on YouTube to watch, I stick Dateline on, and I've probably seen most of them by now. Although I have last couple of times I've been on to watch Dateline, they have had something new, so that's been good. Because I follow the Dateline podcasts as well, so they sometimes turn like an episode into a podcast. So I quite like that. I listen to like most of the podcasts that I listen to too are like scary stories. It's just my jam. It's funny really because when was that? I can clearly see where it was. Simon showed me Rec many, many, many years ago. I think that was probably 2012. He told me about the movie and I'm like, I want to watch it, but I'm so scared. And so we put it on, and I can remember like the end of the movie, like we were sitting together on a couch, and by the end of it, I was almost like crawling onto him because I was like so scared at the end of Rec. And like now I can watch anything like that, and I've just completely desensitized myself to it. So I'm just can watch all of that stuff like over and over again, and I'm good. Oh, they're on YouTube too. Yeah, I love having Dateline on in the background. Scary stories and a murder podcast. Which murder podcast do you listen to? I used to listen to My Favorite Murder, but then I got kind of bored, a bit burnt out, and I don't actually listen to that many podcasts anymore. I mostly watch YouTube videos, which I mean, some people arguably could say that they are podcasts, but video essays just sounds so much more fancy, you know? Probably the only podcast I really listen to on a like a regular basis is Tales from the Break Room, which is quite a fun one. It's like stories of either like creepy things happening at while people are at work, or paranormal things and that happen like while you're at work. So they basically either going to work or being at work. Oh, I think I've heard of Crime Junkie. Mostly if I'm going to listen to a podcast these days, it's either Tales from the Break Room or Spooked. I really like Spooked. It's like really it's Spooked is a little bit like if you've ever listened to Radio Rental, like the stories on Radio Rental. Like not the bits where Rainn Wilson is going off as Terry Carnation, but yeah, like just people telling their own stories of weird stuff that's happened. I think those scare me more because I can't say I really believe in anything because I've never experienced anything. So I'm kind of one of those people that have to kind of see it to believe it. Um, but hearing people tell their stories in their own words, there's something about that, like, because they truly believe what they went through. And there's something like that actually does scare me because it's like, well, these guys are so certain of what happened and they were scared. And it's like, could it be real? Could it be real? I don't know. Park predators. I actually really love national park stories. Like whenever Tales from the Break Room does one that's like a national park ranger or something that has a weird story, or even like there's a channel on YouTube which I think they might use generative AI pictures, which I do not agree with. Um, I'm against generative AI. So but the storytelling, like the stories that they tell and the person narrating them are so good. It's called Lighthouse Horror. So despite myself, I sometimes watch or listen to one of their videos, even though I try not to support generative AI. And it's like I think on Tubi you can watch. I think it might actually be on YouTube now too. The Missing 411, like that. That's fascinating to me. That kind of stuff. Even though, again, like, are they connected? Is it really a thing? But just like hunters and stuff, just like vanishing off the face of the earth. It's just crazy and scary. Gosh, I'm nearly done with my fiber, guys. And the bobbins are looking closer now. And then I'm gonna have to try and apply these, even though these, like, my singles that I've done last year are like slack as. I don't know how this is gonna work. I know, right? I watched a bunch of them as well because Tubi had a whole bunch of the 411. I think back. That was when I was living with. I know that was definitely when I was living with my housemate. So that would have been, yeah, like 2019, 2020, something like that. And I watched all of the different missing 411 like docos, and it's so weird. Like, they're there 1 second and then they're just gone, and it's like, where on earth could these people be? It's scary. It's like somebody's just gone, like one of those claw machines. Like, someone's just, you've been chosen. Yeah, Tubi. Yeah, I reckon that's where I saw them. But I know the original, I think 411 doco is on YouTube now. I had it, like, what do you call it, suggested to me recently. And I'm like, I've already seen that. But because I've kind of gotten to the end of the scary stuff on YouTube, I'm now into like TikTok drama stuff, and it's just like, I'm not even on TikTok. I have no desire to be on TikTok, but I found a couple of or one in particular, a channel on YouTube where she talks about TikTok drama, and it's like, I can feel my brain rotting as I watch it. But oh, the things that people bring to the internet is just insane. It's couldn't be me just blasting people over the internet. I just know. Funny. So how long we've been going? 45 minutes. I'm probably going to have to go back to work shortly, guys. So I've still got 2 batches of yarn to complete by the end of today. So I'm probably, let's save my little bit of fiber, because I actually got quite a bit done today. So let's save my little bit of fiber to tomorrow, and I am going to go back to work and work a bit more on my sweater in between. And have some more water, because I think I need to hydrate more. It's probably why I've been feeling bad, because I've had enough water. I always struggle in the cold weather to have enough water. But, oh, thank you for hanging out today, guys. Thank you for sharing your favorite cheeses. It's always fun to learn about people, and had a fun little chat about scary stuff, which is like right up my alley. I love that stuff. So anyway, I think I'm going to head out. I'm going to go get my pots back on the burners and dye some more yarn, and then work a bit more on that beast back there. But yeah, thank you for hanging out. I hope you'll have a great rest of your day, afternoon, night, whatever it is. Rest up, Denali. I hope you get better. And I will catch you tomorrow, hopefully, as long as all this muscle achiness doesn't mean that I'm getting sick, which would suck the week before I'm supposed to be going away. But I'm sure I will see you tomorrow. So take care, everybody, and I'll catch up.